Welcome to Whale House. I'm just going to do this little short video about how to operate the oven because people do sometimes struggle with it. So this is a Smeg oven, and it has just two controls, which you would think would make it very easy. But actually, if you know how it works, it's easy. But if you don't, it can be a bit complicated. So just a couple things I'm not going to explain all the different programs because there's a lot of different programs, but just the basics you need to bake a cake or bake some bread or something. Okay, so first thing to know is to turn on the oven. You press this button, the button on the right. Just press it once, and then you'll see the screen will light up. And the standard mode is the eco mode, set to 160 degrees. If that's what you're looking for, it does take a little while to warm up, but you then just press this button one more time, and you see the start disappears, and this thing is flashing, saying that it's warming up. So it's getting up to the right temperature. So how do you turn off the oven? You press it, but you hold it in a little bit longer, so like that. And then you'll hear the sound stop, and you'll see that the screen is going blank. Right, so that's the basic, but if you want to do more than that, so another program, you just turn it on again. So I press the right-hand button once, and then you use this paddle, so the same button is also a paddle, to switch between the different modes. Now this has an amazing number of options. Most of them we never use, and I'm sure you will never use either. But so the first one is the eco mode, as I mentioned. The second one is heat from the top and the bottom. Then we have the grill, and as you can see, the default is set to 250 degrees. So again, if you wanted to use the grill function, you would just press this button on the right once, and it would start heating up to 250 degrees under the grill or the broiler. Okay. Next function, just from the bottom, in case you don't want something to brown. And this is the function that I usually use, which is the convection, so the fan is on, as well as the top and the bottom heat. So now that's selected, then the next thing that you need to do is this on the paddle on the right, on the left, sorry, is the one which you can use to set the temperature. You can set, if you press the button once, then you come into temperature mode, and as you'll see, as I move the paddle to the right, it increases. If I move the paddle to the left, it goes down. So I'm going to bake a cake. I'm going to bake it at 180 degrees, so I've set it to 180 degrees, and then I just press this again to confirm that. You can also go to the next function, which is to set the time, but I'm actually going to skip that for now. I usually just set a timer so that you can, you just then, to start, you see the start button flashing saying if you want to start, you press this button, which again is the start button. So then it'll start warming up to 180 degrees. You see this fan moving, the start has disappeared, and yeah, so it's just warming up to 180 degrees now. Okay, here, this paddle, when you're not using it for the setting, you can use it for turning the light on and off. So as you can see, if I turn the paddle to the left, or to the right, sorry, then the light goes off. Turn it to the left again, to the right again, the light goes on. Okay, so that's the basics. If you want to know more, there's a manual. I'll just show you the manual right now. This is the manual, which is usually located here, next to the stove, so you can see all of the different programs that you want to use. Hope this is useful. Have a great day, and happy baking.